Here's how I fulfill 4K a month AI agency clients. So if you've been trying to start or scale an AI agency and it just hasn't seemed to be working yet, it's not because you're lazy or behind. Most people starting out are following a model where they just implement some kind of AI receptionist or AI agent or like maybe an AI automation to a business just to get paid one time. And that's exactly why you can't build anything long term. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3 to 4K a month AI agency fulfillment system that actually fixes that. And once you see it, you'll understand why nothing you've tried so far has worked. Everyone talks so much theory, but I want to show you that this actually works. These are real clients, real payments, and real results. And if you've been watching AI agency videos feeling confused, overwhelmed, and just not really understanding how these agencies actually fulfill in the first place, this is the video that should fix that. Because I'm not going to show you just how to do it, but I'm also going to show you how to copy it as well. So if you're new to my videos, my name is Owen and I don't have a Lamborghini and I also don't have $1 million watch, and I'm not pretending to be someone that I'm not. Like if you look up my name on YouTube, you can go back and see where I was 2 years ago and how I had basically nothing. And you can even see my first close ever for my first client, my first onboarding meeting, how I basically went from that to traveling, dropping out of school, traveling all over the world to Dubai, Greece, living in Spain for 6 months. Just you could see the whole entire journey if you look at my name on YouTube. 2 years ago, I was partying every week, scrolling, just watching other people live the life that I knew I wanted to live. And ultimately, I was just kind of sitting at 2 a.m. just trying to figure out what was working and what wasn't, you know? Like I had no idea on where to start. I didn't know who to trust. And I kept thinking that I was already behind. So all of these videos I make now are for that 17-year-old self, but by the end of this video, you will understand my entire fulfillment system from start to finish on how I charge $3,000 to $4,000 per month per AI agency client. That's recurring revenue, every single part of it, how I run the ads, how I have the automation set up, how I use AI agents to actually improve results and allow me to charge for more, and how to create recurring revenue. Because this AI agency model where you're charging one-time things for a website or an AI agent is just silly when you can have recurring revenue and solve real problems for these customers. I'm not going to edit this video at all for engagement purposes. I just want to show you what works. Now, if you've ever felt behind or inconsistent, confused, or like you should be further ahead than where you are right now, just take a breath. It's not that deep. You don't need to be more disciplined. You don't need to be smarter. You don't need some technical AI magic. You just need to know the right information. But before I show you the fulfillment, I want to quickly just help you understand the problem with the current AI agency model. So what a lot of beginners fail to realize is that the business owners don't actually care about how you get them results. You know, nobody wakes up and thinks, man, I really need AI today. My business really needs AI. They really just care about the outcome. All they care about is the fact that they don't have people coming through the door as new customers, because like they need more clients, right? Otherwise they're going to go out of business. This is all they're thinking about. This is all that matters to them. And this is the biggest problem in their entire business. So if you can solve this problem for them, you can charge thousands and thousands of dollars per month. And it's actually simpler than you might think. So most AI agencies are kind of built on this flawed model of like charging one-time AI infrastructures like Wrap, ChatGPT, NAN stuff, or like custom GPT projects, like all this stuff that don't create long-term revenue. The key is if you want to have a successful AI agency or have a successful business, you need monthly recurring revenue. You cannot charge one time for your services. Like you need customers that will stay with you for a long time, because ultimately what will make you the best money is good relationships with your clients and ultimately a successful model that's allowing you to charge $3,000 to $4,000 a month per client. So the new AI agency business model is, it's about freedom, but most importantly, it's about leverage. And the key to creating a sustainable business off of real value is to truly solve their most painful problem, right? Because obviously that's how you make money, by solving problems. And to do this, we aren't just going to throw an AI receptionist at them or throw some kind of AI agent at them, but instead we're going to completely solve their most painful problem. Because not only that, we need a problem that allows you to charge the customer recurring. So to give you just an example here, like let's say you were going to charge like, I don't know, a few $1,000s, like $3,000 to $5,000 for an AI website or like AI web design. That sounds great on paper, right? That sounds amazing. And not having a website is pretty painful. Like if you're a business owner, you're missing out on a lot of customers because you don't have a website. But once the customer actually buys the website, there really isn't much work that needs to be done. Like that's pretty much it. And the problem with that is that like you can't charge 1.5 to 3K to 4K a month for that customer. So it makes it way more difficult to have a strong and sustaining business that allows you to be successful. We don't want one-time payments of like paying fulls. Like we want recurring revenue that pays us on a month-to-month basis so you know what's coming. And so this is the key. We need to find a recurring problem, a problem that continuously shows up that almost every business deals with. And it isn't sold as a one-time solution, but something that's continuous so we can have recurring revenue. So the biggest problem that all of these businesses deal with is a lack of customers. So that is the key, because all it takes is one bad season for some kind of roofing company or some kind of home improvement company to have this problem show up again. So it's perfect. Like all these businesses need are more leads. They need more work, more jobs. And with our understanding of social media and AI, we can basically transform their business. Like they don't understand social media and AI like we do. Like we grew up with this. Like we know what's going on. These guys don't know what's going on. So you can charge anywhere between 3 and 4K per month if you structure your pricing right. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So once again, though, these guys do not care about how you get the results. They don't care if you call homeowners that are in the area. They don't care if you go knock on doors. They don't care if you build the most insane AI infrastructure that costs you thousands and thousands of dollars. Like it really doesn't matter. They don't care. They just want customers. They just want results. So here's exactly how this new AI agency business model works. Because I'm not going to lie, like if you are going into this, like, you wanted to start an AI agency or starting some kind of business and you're going into it with this approach where you're doing any automations and AI agents and all this like AI reception stuff, like you won't succeed. You just won't, because you're going to be absolutely destroyed by the people that are doing everything, the full service ones that are getting them all the customers in the world. Like they're going to pay those people way more and always have them on their shoulders. So the AI agency business model, basically it contains 3 main aspects and 3 main steps. So the first thing is AI lead generation. So we are able nowadays to actually use AI to just create winning ads. First of all, find winning ads, but also create winning ads. So basically what I do is I run meta ads with AI generated ads and essentially use the GoHighLevel to collect lead information. So whether that's with a landing page or a lead form or something along those lines, we use GoHighLevel to collect all of that information. And then here's where it gets fun. We can use AI callers and AI texters to convert all of these leads into fresh appointments for these businesses. So not only are we implementing an AI solution for them and having them basically like allow themselves to basically replace their $40,000 a year receptionist, because like if these guys, a business owner is paying, $40,000 to $60,000 a year in a salary to a receptionist that sits at a desk all day, and you can replace it with one simple fix, you can easily charge 2 to 3K a month for that. You can easily do that. And it's literally so realistic how this AI works. It's insane. So this is the exact business model. This is all you need to do, because not only will you like use AI and you have a good solution and you're solving a painful problem, but more importantly, you're getting them the actual ideal client outcome that they actually want. You are getting them more sales from start to finish. So I want to go into a little bit more depth on how this actually works on a systematic level before I show you successful ad campaigns, before I show you how this works on the actual back end and how you can copy it yourself. So first things first, this is how we create the ads with AI. So if you go in Facebook Ads Library and you basically search up your niche, and then also use ideogram.ai to create these ads. So if you go in Ads Library and let's say we want ads that are like, let's go Northern Virginia homeowners. Okay. And then this is basically to look up most contracting businesses, because all these guys run the same ads. Like I know this and you guys know this as well. So you just look up keywords for your niche, whatever your niche is. And basically you can see all of these ads, right? All these remodeling ads, all of these ads basically. And the key is that when you're trying to find winning ads to run to then eventually have the AI callers and AI texters reach out to, basically you want to find the ones that have been running the longest time. So the key is you need to find some keywords that relate to your niche. So whether that's like gyms, whether that's med spas, whether that's the dental niche, whether that's, home improvement of any kind, like that's all you want to do. And you want to look up like an area, homeowners, and you can find the winning ads. Because if these ads started running on April 14 of 2025 and they're still running and active to this day, if they are bad ads and they're not successful, then whoever's running them is actually stupid because they've been running and spending money this entire time. But this gives you a really good indicator on what's actually working, because people think that they need to like pay and like do all this crazy stuff to find working ads and find working service delivery. But the truth is that like you don't at all. You literally just have to look it up and find it and find the one that's been running the longest and just kind of see what they have. Michigan homeowners. Like I could probably just do like any location and find these different like roofing ads and all this stuff and find ones that have been running for more than 2 days, and you can basically see what's working and what's not. Like it's crazy that all these ads are started run 2 hours ago. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the ads that have been live the longest, and that's the ones that have been actually working because they're still on. So now, once you have that, you can basically describe what you want to see and describe the ad you want to create, an ideogram, which is an AI picture generator, and you can basically create winning ads just like that. Or my favorite thing, which is a little bit questionable, if you find an ad that's like just like a basic picture and it seems like it's working pretty well, then what you can do is actually just take that ad itself. Now, it's a free game, or just at least take the example. So let's say like this ad, you like this ad a lot. Okay, this ad's beautiful. It's been running for a while, which it hasn't. But just for example, you can press inspect on this ad, and you can basically take the SRC link right here. That's some crazy stuff. And you can basically copy and paste it in the tab, and you can save it as an image ad. Okay, and then you can even use that image to use Ideogram to make more ads like that. So it's like a full stop shop to making successful and winning ads, and that is exactly how you find them and make them. So basically you can test out pictures at first videos. So in the past, we would have to do all this detailed and special targeting and like cut out specific areas and use detailed targeting with demographics. But now, to run successful ads for clients in whatever niche you're running, all you have to do is take advantage of Meta Andromeda. Now, this is a new update, so I'm not sure if you've heard of this, but basically what this means is that with Advantage Plus and Meta, they use their AI learnings to the next level. So all you have to do is test a ton of ads, like literally a campaign, an ad set, and 10 ads in that ad set. So like I can literally break down this structure for you really quickly. Basically, you would have one campaign like normal, and then under that campaign, you would have maybe 1 or 2 ad sets testing different angles or different targetings. But now with Andromeda, you can just have one ad set that's broad targeting in the exact area you need to, and in that ad have like 10 to 15 ads. Now, we couldn't do this in the past because this is known as starving the ad set, right? If you're spending like $50 a day for your client and you essentially, have that split between all these different ads, it wouldn't give the ads enough fuel to run. But with this new update, it changes that. It will literally just push out the one that is working the best, right? So it's super, super intuitive, super simple, and you can use Advantage Plus on all of the placements. And once again, I will show you successful ad campaigns at the end of this video. And also keep in mind that I am releasing a full 11-hour course or 10-hour course on this AI agency model. So if you're curious about that, it'll be out in the next couple of days, maybe a week or two. So anyways, the point is that we can basically use either Facebook or GoHighLevel to convert those leads. And once they are converted, they will get auto sent to a booking page for your client on their behalf. But more importantly, this will give them leads, bookings, and also shows, which will lead to more sales. So that's a bonus right there. But keep in mind that back in the day, only 20 to 30% of leads would actually book in right away. That's all the leads that would book in. Because like they don't want to book in on the media, like they want to talk to someone and see if like their needs can be met and all that good stuff, right? And that was the sole solution with this. But with AI agents, we can literally have 45% of the leads book automatically from these forms. That is almost a double in how many booked appointments you can get for your clients. And all it takes is a setting or two in GoHighLevel to turn on these AI agents and get them to book more appointments. This is literally how to get your clients tons of results, tons of appointments, and ultimately tons of cash in the door as well. So I'm going to run you through exactly how to do all this. But first, I want to show you a successful winning ad campaign for one of my clients. So if we start from the beginning here, all that matters is having successful AI lead generation with Meta, and then AI appointment conversion. And then ultimately, that is all it takes to get the ideal client outcome. So first, let's go into the AI lead generation, and I'll show you exact winning campaigns of my clients so you can literally just copy and paste them yourself. This one client alone has had 651 leads and spent over $22,000 in ads. And that isn't even on me. That's on just the ad platform itself. Like literally, this one customer has paid me over $32,000, right? And that's literally just from the setup that I have running in his ad campaign. So I want to break down the exact ad campaign that I use for him. So here's exactly how it works. First step, because of the Andromeda update and because of the way that it's set up now, you want to use campaign budget optimization. So this will basically use Advantage Plus and use AI to basically allocate the budget between the ad sets. Super successful, super easy, and that's all there is to do on the campaign level. Now on the ad set level, what I recommend you do is simply turn on dynamic creative so you can test more creatives with the new Andromeda update, right? So that's another thing. Advantage Plus audience on. So just set a simple radius. That's all you need for targeting. That's literally it. And besides that, Advantage Plus placements. Like, running ads has never ever been easier. Like, I don't know if you guys realize this, but there isn't some magical settings and custom stuff that you need to have to get good ad results. You literally just need to have the right creative in front of the right audience, and because of the Andromeda update, it has never been easier to do so. So Advantage Plus placements, Advantage Plus audience, DCTs or dynamic creative tests are on. And now for the actual ads themselves. Now this is going to blow your mind. This one ad alone has gotten 503 likes, 440 comments, and 25 shares. This is the one ad that is responsible for the most leads. And look at how simple it is. There is basically no copy, 3 simple creatives, and a primary text that's like 20 words long. This is all it's taken. Okay. Now, I just want to mention that with this ad setup and with this campaign setup, the key is volume. So you see all these different ads and all these campaigns on the side, like all these ad sets and ads. The key is with the Andromeda update, what you want to do is test multiple creatives per ad with the DCTs like this. So I'm testing 3 at once, and then basically do that for multiple ad sets. And what that will allow you to do is test the most amount of creatives possible, and AI will basically allocate the budget and allocate the results to what's getting the best, click-through rate, what's getting the best cost per lead, and ultimately you will just get really, really freaking good results. This is the entire ad campaign setup, and it's extremely simple. So now I want to explain to you all of our AI agent setup and everything that we use to basically convert these leads that come from Facebook into GoHighLevel and turn them into booked jobs and revenue for the customers, or the ideal outcome. So all of these leads come through on GoHighLevel, and all that's done is going through settings and integrations and going to Facebook forward field mapping and basically connecting the lead form to the GoHighLevel sub account and then adding that to the automation that gets everything going. Now I'm going to absolutely blow your mind. Okay, this is literally all it takes. If you go to AI agents, you go to conversation AI. Now this is insanely simple and no one takes advantage of this, and I don't know how, but all these leads are going to come through on GoHighLevel. Now, you can 1, add an AI agent to the automation itself, or 2, literally just go to AI agents in the tab, go to conversation AI, and here you can just create an agent. And this is the exact setup that I use for all of my guys, and you can just take it from me. So general support bot, SMS, and when it turns on, you do the autopilot, right? This is how you turn it on. Then you basically say 28 seconds before responding, 20 maximum messages it can send, and then 2 hours right here with this turned on. Now, super simple. And then the bot training, and here we basically go in there and we basically train it on our existing knowledge base. Okay, so super simple. There's not really much there. And then the bot goals, OpenAI GPT 4.1, and you actually choose the personality prompt. You are trained to explain our free/discounted roofing inspection offer, handle frequently asked questions, click the lead's name, address, phone number, pass the lead into the scheduling tool. So like it will literally schedule the lead for you. And this is it. So you add some additional information about like conversation guidelines, about how to be respectful, not use emojis, don't sound like a robot, and literally that's all you do. You just set up appointment booking as well to connect it to the calendar, and that's it. Like, and you can just add auto follow-up too. Like, what's insane about this is like you can quite literally just have an AI agent just book in all of the appointments and to basically make your client a ton of revenue with one button on GoHighLevel. You can also set this up with voice AI and AI calling as well. Like, it's so insanely simple. And again, if you want more details on the actual setups of all this and how this is actually working in action, then I'm releasing a 10 to 11, free course on YouTube in the next coming week or 2 here. So stay tuned for that. But that is basically everything that you need in the process. That is everything you need to go from, a random niche or random customer that has a problem and to solve it and charge a ton of money for it. Now, I want to quickly explain something before I end off here. Here's how I actually make the money from the client. So basically, the key to making a ton of money off of these guys is to charge for what you're actually getting them. So pay per results. So this is what your offer needs to be like. Now, I just want to quickly break this down so you can actually take the most value from this as possible. But if you do a pay per result offer, you can charge a certain dollar amount per lead that you generate them or per appointment that you generate them. So what I recommend you do nowadays is whatever niche you're in, charge pay per appointment. Okay, so PPA, pay per appointment. So every single appointment you get them, you charge anywhere between $100 and $250. So you can do this because these are valuable to these guys, right? And you're solving a real problem. So you can actually have them pay for ad spend. And then in addition to that, charge pay per appointment. So every time that you get a booked person on the calendar, it will auto charge them $100 to $250. And if you're wondering how to auto charge, you literally go into automations and you add a Stripe automation under when the appointment's booked. And then after that, you just have it charge them however much that you set and agree on with your client. And before you know it, each client you have is worth 2 to 3 to even 4K a month for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in this video. Once again, I'm releasing that 10 to 11 free hour course in a couple of days or about a week or so. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you found value and I hope you enjoyed. So I'll see you soon.